Welcome to Stormwatch. I'm your host, Nate Kufel.
The MATC Open House.
To use an analogy, it's like a shopping mall. Anything you could think of or be interested in, we have it here.
And we visit the digital artists in training at the Vicom program downtown.
Industry people come to us because they know our students are learning real-world job skills.
Welcome back to Stormwatch, everyone. I'm here today with the very talented Dan Jones, host of Interchange on MPTV. Dan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Nate.
Now, I know you've been with MPTV for quite a while now. How long has it been?
I've been with MPTV for 15 years, but I'm a Milwaukee native, so I've had the fortune of watching MATC and MPTV grow for more than 50 years.
Yeah. So over the years, how have you seen the college change, MATC?
You know, I haven't been intimately involved in the academic end of things, but because I've been here 50 years and I've worked at MATC for 15 years and my late mother was a teacher here for more than 20 years, I've kind of had a front row to watch the changes. And it's been fascinating to watch MATC change and MPTV change as society changes. You know, as society becomes more technical and cars become more technical, the auto mechanic program has to be more technical. As television becomes more technical and more high-tech, the training program for TV production becomes more high-tech. And as the economy goes through ebbs and flows and highs and lows, as more people, you know, when the economy is crummy, more people flood into MATC, and so the college has to handle that, and that's fun to watch. As more Spanish-speaking students come into Milwaukee and enroll at MATC, the college changes to handle that. And it's also fun to watch as the manufacturing sector and the business sector says, we need this or we need this, MATC always changes, always adapts to meet those needs, and that's great to watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fantastic. MPTV has been serving our community for decades. Next, we'll hear from our very own Ellis Bromberg, General Manager of MPTV, about important roles MPTV plays in the community. Then, we take a look back to the days of bell-bottom jeans, disco, and flower power in this installment of MATC 100 Years. Finally, we'll be telling all of you potential students how and where you can go to register at MATC.
Milwaukee Area Technical College, MATC, has been home to Milwaukee Public Television for over 50 years.
In the 50s, the organization that was interested in putting this station on the air as a non-commercial station was the Milwaukee Vocational School, the predecessor to MATC. And they applied for the license, and the stations went on the air in the 50s. Originally very educational. They were geared to classroom work that was going on at the Milwaukee Vocational School. But of course, public television has grown through the years. Channel 36 was added on in 1963, and all of public television really advanced through the years, is now providing science programming, history programming, educational children's programming, the local productions that we do to serve the local community. It's a very different thing than was first put on the air in the 50s, but still committed to education, to non-commercial broadcasting, to service to the community. That's what public television is all about, was all about in those days, and continues to be and will be in the future.
I'm a teacher, so very encouraged by public television. Hope it stays in existence.
Educational, I think it's more wholesome and sincere, quite honestly.
I really like public television. I like the culture, the music, the arts.
There's a lot of things I like on public television. I like the kind of things that they do once in a while, sort of retrospectives on, I saw a thing, for example, on Frank Sinatra and things like that. I really enjoy that.
We select programs that have educational content and are represented by service to the community and have curriculum online that teachers can access. So that is something that is very different about what we do compared to what our colleagues in commercial television do.
Well, there's no advertising for products on there. It's basically just for culture and entertainment.
And I know our public television station really relies on public donations, and it's important for parents to support that for their children.
It's very critical for us to be able to raise the money so we can continue what is a non-commercial broadcasting and media service. We don't have commercials, so we rely on raising money from the community, and the way that we can do that is by having volunteers work behind the scenes, work on the phones, and so forth in helping to raise money for the station. And we're very appreciative of them.
To find out more about MPTV, local shows, or how to become a volunteer, visit www.mptv.org.
The 60s and 70s were a time of growth and community for MATC. The downtown campus saw the completion of the continuing education building, and while at the time known as the Milwaukee Institute of Technology, by the mid-70s the college had expanded into Ozaki and Washington County, and was now known as the Milwaukee Area Technical College. But while the school itself was expanding, their impact on the community and students also expanded, and the crossover program was born.
We start with students from a 0 reading and math to 12.9 and beyond. But we start with all levels of students. And so that's very valuable that we work with students wherever they are in order to meet whatever is the determined goal.
The crossover program was designed to improve the skills of recent high school graduates, primarily inner-city students in mathematics and English.
We prepare those students so that they're not only prepared with that secondary diploma, but they're college ready so that they can then move on, transition into college programs. But it's that base that foundation that we afford students the opportunity.
While the crossover program itself is no longer running, MATC still focuses attention on improving the skills and readying undertaught students for college.
Our college is really embracing pathways, starting with our pre-college students. The pathways for our students allows each student then to connect through their academic enhancements or enrichments, but at the same time learning an occupational skill.
The 1970s have often been seen as a time of community. Here at MATC was no different then or now, and MATC hopes to take this ideal to the next 100 years.
If you need any additional information on the School of Pre-College Education, call 414-297-8154 or visit them on the second floor of Foundation Hall at the downtown campus. Or if you are interested in joining MATC, you can register at matc.edu. And we're back with Dan Jones here. Dan, I'd like to get a little bit into student involvement here, particularly in the television video production program. Were you surprised when you first came here how involved the students were?
I was absolutely surprised because I came from a commercial background where I worked at different stations around the state doing news, and you were so concentrated on what you were doing. I did a lot of crime reporting and things like that, that I didn't really know the backgrounds of the people behind the camera and the people in the control room, and the people running the audio booth. And coming here, it forced me to learn the skills and the talents that those people had, and to realize that, okay, these people go through a lot of training too, and I need those people, and the people on the air need the people who are off the air in order to put the whole package together. And I think I became much more appreciative of the skills that the people off the air had, not just cognizant of the skills that the people on the air had.
Right. And I know you also, MATC also offers a lot of hands-on. Are you supportive of that?
Absolutely, because that's how you learn to do it. You can most schools you tell people, okay, you're going to learn the book smarts here, but you're really not going to learn it until you get out in the workforce and do it. MATC is different, at least here at Channel 10, in that you learn it here. I mean, you learn it by doing it in the studio and out in the field and having a camera on your shoulders and sitting at the control board. And I think that's unique compared to a lot of educational institutions.
MATC isn't just a place for students to learn. It's also a place where students, faculty, and even citizens can come to get a cheap haircut from the students studying cosmetology. Also, if you're a student and aren't a member of a bank, you can join U.S. Bank right here at the MATC campus.
During a tough economy, many people are turning to tech schools. On November 3rd, MATC had an open house, and many teachers and students volunteered.
Well, I've been taking students and directing them towards where they want to go, with their majors and programs. And if they can't, find out what they really want to do, or they don't know what they want to do, try to help them find out what they want to do here at MATC, kind of direct them.
Many volunteers were handing out pamphlets detailing various programs.
I think in the past, people have always wanted to take something home because it's overwhelming. You might see, 4 or 5 different programs that someone's interested in, or the student would be interested in. And the ability to take something home and then, when you're relaxed, look through it again and compare one to the other is a real great advantage.
So what do prospective students look for in a school?
I'm hoping the teachers are more caring. At the school I was at originally, the teachers didn't really seem to care much about the students just getting paid, and I'm hoping that it'll be different here.
What do current students like about the school?
I like the more hands-on teaching, I guess, with the relationship you have with your instructors. I think it's really good. Large class sizes, we really don't have that here, and I wouldn't pick any other school.
With all these prospective students around campus, what do teachers like about the open house?
I get to meet students that I haven't met before, usually high school students. Usually I get to meet their parents too, which is kind of neat because we get to see students as they're getting into that exploratory stage, and they ask some really open-ended questions.
With many young people struggling to find jobs, MATC offers in-depth, hands-on training.
So whatever you're interested in as a individual, you can get training for and turn that into a job.
Julie is one of the instructors at MATC.
Teaching my skills to the students while at the same time servicing clients and providing the best that they can get from my instruction. We have 2 startup times. One is in August and one is in January. The August start time, there's always about 3 classes that start, each having between 16 and 20 students in each. 18 is probably average. And then in January, there's usually 2 classes that start.
Well, the program is only a year program, so I've been in it for about 8 months, so I should be graduating in December.
Actually, I learned about this program a while ago. When I first wanted to go into barber cosmetology, I had asked around my school I was going to when I was in high school, and then I had heard MATC was great for it. And then later on, I actually made the decision to come on.
There's not much wait time at all. We have pretty much appointments and walk-in service. So if they want an appointment, that way they can be rest assured that when they walk in, they'll be taken care of right away.
Well, I feel I've always had a good customer service outlook, but when I joined, I feel like I've improved tremendously because I learn now how to talk to certain types of people, because you can't talk to everybody the same way.
Necessarily, I feel like we're on our own sometimes anyways, especially since we got client services. And we also have externship in which we actually go out into the community and work at a barbershop salon. So therefore, in the beginning it was on-the-job training, so to speak. But now ever since then it's been pretty much both.
We don't like to do chemical services on any children under 12 years old. We will cut children's hair as long as they're with an adult, but we don't do chemical services on little kids. Haircuts are $5 for anyone that comes in. If they want it styled as well, then it's going to be an additional amount. It'll be $15 then.
We like to take this little guy for granted. Our Stormers card is the passport to everything and all the benefits here on our downtown campus. But did you know that you could also turn this little guy into a U.S. bank account card?
It's really easy. All you need to do is stop in at any U.S. Bank branch. We link your Stormer Pass to your account, and you can use it at any ATM as a secondary ATM card. You can also use it off campus at any store that accepts debit. Students are on campus all day. We're here to serve you all day on campus. Secondly, our ATM, which is the only ATM on campus, would be free for students, as well as other additional loan and credit products we offer specifically for the students. We're the student account experts here. You receive a Visa check card at no additional cost. In addition to the convenience that we offer, there's no fees whatsoever on the accounts. We can negotiate with savings accounts as well and help you save for goals in the future, as well as help you establish credit and loans. $2 for non-US Bank members, and we'd love to see everyone not have to pay that fee. So that's one of the big things. We also have that special partnership with MATC. We do assist with cashing financial aid checks here as well with having an account with us. We don't hold those funds at this branch with that partnership with MATC. We also have the student credit card as well to help students establish credit, so it's a really important step in their financial health. We've had the partnership for just about 4 years now. We're really excited to continue that partnership and continue moving forward with that. The best advantages of US Bank is that we are a national branch. That means that any US Bank customer can access any of their funds or products at any US Bank branch or ATM. So it's really convenient if you are here on campus during the day and then at night you're somewhere else, you can definitely access your funds at another ATM, including with your Stormer Pass. We do own the ATMs at all the campuses, so having an account with US Bank, let's say you open the account here and you go to the Mequon campus. You can use the Mequon campus ATM for free, as well as, like I said before, accessing your money at any US Bank branch. So if you live in that area, you can definitely use those branches as well. In addition to having just the student checking account, we do also offer student credit products. One of my favorite parts about my job is educating students on financial well-being, as well as establishing a healthy credit. I know some of the students kind of pull back when they hear the word credit, but it's definitely not something to be afraid of, and I would really love to talk to the students and help them establish a really great, healthy financial well-being.
So wherever you are, wherever you go, your Stormers Pass card will be there for you.
For more information about joining MATC, receiving a haircut, or opening a U.S. bank account, please go to matc.edu and click the appropriate links. And we're back with Dan Jones again here. How's it going, Dan?
Excellent. How are you?
I kind of wanted to know, knowing what you know about MATC and the programs, would you recommend the college even as like a pre-4-year college?
Absolutely. It wouldn't have survived for 100 years unless it did a job and did it well. And MATC does it well. Some people, when they're 18 years old and getting done with high school, know exactly what they want to do. Well, that's fine. If you want to be a baker, you want to repair cars, you want to work in television production or be a cosmetologist, MATC can handle you. If you're not sure and you're just exploring it, MATC can handle you. You can sample different things. If you're thinking, okay, maybe I want to go to a 4-year college, but I don't want to do it right now, MATC can put you in the position so that your credits are transferable to a 4-year college. I think it's a wonderful institution that serves the community well.
Right. The VICOM program at MATC specializes in web-based programs such as Photoshop, Adobe products, and Final Cut. Choosing MATC for this program can be much more cost-effective than going to a 4-year school. And for anyone that is interested in attending MATC but is new to the area, we're going to give you some tips to keep you safe.
Dave Thomas is a VICOM instructor.
The visual communications program here is kind of a combination of art and technology. We're geared towards producing web pages, mostly because most of the delivery mechanism for multimedia nowadays is the web. We do teach a little bit of DVD and desktop video, but it's primarily web-based.
I'm able to just come in and get a better hands-on relationship with my teacher, because he understands what it takes to really, so I say, basically teach a newcomer. Because to Vicom, when I got here, I didn't have an idea of what I was going to be doing as a student.
MATC is different from a four-year school in a lot of ways. One of the main things is that we're career focused, whereas say at a four-year school you're often working in a fine arts program or a business school or something like that.
One of the main things as a person or a person in the Viacom program is being able to be comfortable. It has nothing really to do with the program, but if you're not really savvy or comfortable with what you're doing and comfortable with holding the cameras or being graphically inclined, then that's probably going to deter you from being a Viacom student, because you really don't know, you don't have any inspiration.
There are many different types of programs that the students use.
In the Viacom program, we're mostly centered around Adobe products, the Adobe Creative Suite, Photoshop, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, After Effects, and the only thing that we do that's not Adobe is we teach Final Cut Pro for video editing.
I haven't built a portfolio. I think I'm more so doing more projects and doing more assignments so that my portfolio can become, will be built. But right now I think I'm just still collecting assignments and preparing my portfolio.
One thing that's different about the visual communications program is we've served as an incubator for a lot of other programs in the college. For example, the e-business degree program, the animation degree program, computer simulation and gaming program, and very soon we're going to have a mobile web and application development program, and all of those things have been developed by Viacom faculty, partly because of the nature of the industry. Things change very quickly and we always have to stay on top of those things, and then we create a new degree program when we have an opportunity. That creates more opportunities for students, more opportunities for the college to reach out and meet the needs of industry.
Today I'm going to show you a few moves that you can use for basic self-defense if you find yourself in trouble around the campus. The first one is going to be to create a distraction, and almost everyone on campus carries a backpack or a laptop bag or something of that nature. So if someone's approaching you in an aggressive manner, the first thing you do is throw your bag at them and knee them in the balls. Now that your attacker is clearly incapacitated, it's time to leave. The next thing I'm going to show is a jab to the throat. It's basically the same thing as a jab to the eye. You want to take your fingers and point them in a spear-like position. Usually 3 fingers is enough. And you want to go for the Adam's apple underneath the chin and above where the chest area would start. Again, you want to push through. You don't want to snap and pull back. You would want to push through. So when they come at you and they're getting close to you, you hit them right in the throat. Even a light jab to the throat is something that hurts. So if you do it at full force and push through, they're going to go down. The next technique is something that almost anyone can do, and that's a jab to the eye. The first thing you want to do is take your fingers and make a point or a spear with your first 4 fingers. If the person's really close to you, you get near them, so if they're going to get real close, all you do is jab them in the eye as hard as you can and follow through. You want to hit through your opponent. You don't want to hit and pull back, because that might just piss them off. You really just want to push all the way through. When you do this and you push all the way through, you're going to stop your opponent, and they're going to change their mind of wanting to attack you. Any of the techniques demonstrated today could mean the difference between staying safe on campus and not staying safe. And remember, if someone's attacking you, it is okay to do whatever you need to do to survive the situation.
Here are some tips to keep yourself safe when you're on campus. If you are new to your campus surroundings, take some time to familiarize yourself with the campus. Park your car in a well-lit area if you know it will be dark out when you leave campus. When walking around campus, choose a safe route that is clear and secure. Choose routes that are used constantly by other students. Never take a route that is not well lit at night. Be aware of hiding spots for potential attackers, like behind tall trees or bushes. Sometimes the best defense is to stay away from areas where danger could be hiding. It's a good idea to walk to and from campus with another classmate. This will help reduce the risk of being a target. Take time to locate the campus security office. The Public Safety Office is located in room M274 at the downtown Milwaukee campus. It's a good idea to add the campus security emergency number to your cell phone. Downtown Milwaukee's number is 414-297-6200. So from now on, when you're walking around your campus, be aware of your surroundings.
That's all the time we have for today. Before we go, I want to thank our guest, Dan Jones, for being with us. It's been great having you on the show. It's been a pleasure. You can watch Dan on channels 10 and 36 every Friday at 6:30. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.